Hey guys, it's Zero. Ooh, I'm getting some lag. Hello. I think it has something to do with this rain here probably, but this is Zero. And just gonna show you guys I'm doing a little something different today. So on this server, one of the things that people can do is they can make towns, and I was suggested that I should try to make a town, and I thought about it for a little bit, and I thought that was a great idea. So my goal after that was to try to find something that no one had done before. No one had done, like, to make a town. Like, somebody's already done this probably somewhere on the server, but they haven't done it to make a town. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm actually going to be making an underwater town. And I've seen parts of towns that are underwater on the server, but I haven't seen an entire town that's based on building underwater. And this may or may not have something to do with the fact that I've been playing BioShock recently. I don't think it has anything to do with it directly. I think it just happened that that was a good idea, it seemed. But I think Mr. Man's going to come over here and actually assist me in digging, but let me give you guys a little idea of what I'm going to be doing. So, hold on, let me dig just a little more of this out. Basically, I'm doing extreme terraforming right now. I'm taking an area that used to be an island and turning it into a deep lake type of thing. I don't know if there's a term for that, that's why I called it extreme terraforming. And, why do you people keep asking me questions while I'm recording? Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, back. Anyway, so what we're doing is, I found this really deep, whoa, forgot about that, I found this really deep spot of ocean over here. And, I don't know, maybe you'd call it a lake of some sort. But it was really deep, and then it continued on over here, sort of in a river-like fashion. Stupid spider eyes. It's the only thing I have to eat right now. That's why I'm growing all this wheat over here. But there's a big pool of water, and there's another pool over here, and I've decided I want to make this whole thing underwater, but I can't really find anything close enough, so I'm going to take all of this area, all this blue you can see from here and over, and I'm going to make it probably 20-25 blocks deep. It's going to be extremely deep. In order to accomplish this, I need my respiration helmet. I tried to get an Aqua Affinity one, which didn't work, unfortunately. But respiration should fit the bill nicely. And, anyway, so what I did was I blocked off all the walls, because my goal was to, I want to flood this entire top layer so we have smooth looking water on the top. Because if it's going to be 30-something blocks deep, it's going to be difficult to repair if it gets messed up. Oop, hold on. Okay. So, what I'm doing now is taking out the entire border, because I've made the entire thing flat, and with a little assistance from me, this whole area will turn into flat water. And at that point, that's when the hard part starts. We're going to have to start digging down. Ah, yes. Thank you. Stupid rain. That stuff's loud. So, just filling all this in. And as you can see, it's already turning into flat water. Do I have any bones? If I have any bones, I'm going to harvest the rest of this wheat and then dig it up. And indeed I do. Excellent. Or we can harvest some of this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's pretty good. I got a good portion of it. This is my only source of food at the moment. Because I don't really have any other systems set up yet. I made a small farm, and I can do my /kit welcome, which gives you 2 pieces of bread, but I'm fairly limited on food at the moment. I got some rotten flesh. But, it doesn't matter, because I know at some point I'll have to return and repair my pick, even though it has unbreaking, and it goes for a super long time. There's so much terraforming, I might have to repair it 2 more times. So, yeah, that's about all I have to say about that. We need to make this flat. And get this whole thing filled up with water. And I'm probably gonna be making a couple doors. That'll help me breathe underwater. I actually can breathe underwater forever with this respiration helmet as long as I have food. The only issue I'll be running into is food. Because I don't have an unlimited supply of it. I'll do a quick sweep to make sure all the water is going in the correct directions. Make sure we didn't leave any spots out. Hello there. Stay back. Okay, you may blow up. That works as well. Excellent. Okay. So as you can see, this whole pool that we have out here is basically going to be our town, only it's going to be about 20 blocks under. We're going to have a low build height. Like, we're not going to be able to build up very high. We might be at... The highest point might be at height 40. But the lowest point... I'll probably let people go as low as they'd feel like. And the point is just to try to stay mostly inside of the area. Oh, forgot about this one area. I guess I can show you guys. So what I've been doing is, like, see this regular land here? Well, I've been trying to round it out a little bit, so we have a bit more of a rounded area. And I decided that over about here would be where I would cut into. There we go. So the water will be running through here, and I'll probably smooth it out a bit more. This is an extremely diagonal line. And, yeah, this is working well. Can you hold on a second? Okay, I don't even know what they're trying to talk about anymore. I think they're just being dumb. Or just at least fooling around, I don't know. So I'm not going to worry about them. Okay, I'm not quite sure what they're trying to say. I'm just gonna ignore them. Hold on. I think there was... That? No. Is it... That? That? Nope. There was some way you could remove chat. I'm gonna have to figure that out soon. So, yeah. But I will be, first off, flattening all this out so we can get a layer of water on top. And then I will be digging it down. And this is going to be a lot of mindless digging, so let me get to you once I've done a little bit more. So see you guys in a second. Hey guys, Zero here again. And I've cleared off all of the land that I want. I've got Mr. Man here helping me out. And we're just clearing out some dirt. It's kind of difficult to explain it, and he doesn't really quite get it, which is understandable because I'm explaining it poorly. But basically, what we want to do is we want to take all of this that I've got at 1 high, and we want to drop it down to the lowest part down there. We're going to make a really deep ocean out of all of this. and I need some food on me. Because if I start taking some damage, I'll need to heal. I do have a respiration helmet, which will help this out. But... Oh. I kind of felt like that was going to happen. I wish I had an Aqua Affinity, or Aqua Affinity and Respiration are an extremely good combo, but they're difficult to get together. And I didn't really expect to get both of them together. So, yeah, I'm not worried about that too much. What I want to do is I want to get everything dropped down, and I'm going to save all the materials from it. And then once everything's been dropped down, then I'll sort of shape it to look a bit better. But it's mostly just going to be a straight drop down. Yum. I don't need the air bubbles. I can actually heal faster than I can take damage, but it does slow you down a little bit when you're taking damage, so I'd like to keep my air as full as possible for these top parts. Anyway, it's a lot of boring, and the thing is I wanted to find a deep ocean, but all the ones that were around were either had somebody already sort of occupying them, or they had something over it, you know, something that was too close, and I was wanting to get sort of a spot that was kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and that had at least some water in it, and this one had 2 large lakes plus some shallow water, which, actually about 3 large lakes, and, that was good enough for me, and I'm going to be doing some terraforming now. Quite a lot of it. I'll get to once I've done a bit more, but as you can see, it's a lot of digging. The only thing that would benefit me, I have an efficiency 4 pick right now, which does pretty well. Only thing that would benefit me is maybe an efficiency 4 shovel, but this is going at a pretty good pace regardless. And my air supply lasts for a really long time with Respiration 3, so the good news about that is I don't have to worry about running out of air very quickly. And even if I do, I can actually breathe underwater. Like, I can heal faster than I take damage, so it works out very well. But I don't really have much more to say. It's a lot of pointless, like, mindless digging. Honestly, mind-numbing digging. And this might take me a couple days to do. I'll give you maybe an update video once I get more of this done, and then probably a video of once I've got the whole entire thing hollowed out. I'll be shaping it some, and I'll also need to set up a main underwater room, and then once I get the main underwater room set up, then I can sort of branch off from there, because building underwater, even with a respiration helmet, can be difficult. Digging's not so bad, but trying to build is annoying if you don't have some sort of air bubble, because you just can't see anything. Anyway, so I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. Alright, bye. Hey guys, Zero here again. So, this is another little sped up section of me digging, and I've got some Overclock remix from you. It's some pretty nice stuff. If you like Kirby, you'll like this, so, anyway, thanks for watching. Hey guys, Zero here again, and I've got a little bit more work done. This is, I guess, the next day. I'm just up a little early this morning, maybe not early, I'm about 10 o'clock, working on this some more, and let's ender pearl out of here. So you might be a little confused as to what's happening. Let me show off. Okay, so this is our big lake that I've been working on, and I finally got it down to the required level it needed to be. So what I'm doing now is, because I've got just enough clearance to fit under here and have this and have a water above it, I've been placing down blocks. The idea is, because this takes so long to dig out underwater, I don't really want to do this if I can help it. And like the Aqua Affinity helmet, like, oh yeah, I guess I should mention that. I got an Aqua Affinity helmet. I bought it off of someone for some diamonds, which it was well worth it. It made the digging go by so much faster, and probably 2 times as fast. So that was amazing. But the problem with it is, because I don't have respiration on the helmet, the digging that I that I end up doing, I can only do for a little bit, and I have to pop back up to get some air, or I have to do something to get air. And so it was a fairly slow process, even with the Aqua Affinity helmet. So there was that. And the problem is even though it's Aqua Affinity is good and all, what I was trying to get to was unless you're in shallow water, it becomes not so useful, because it's difficult to pop up for more air. And digging above ground is so much easier. You can see, and any more levels down and it's going to start getting pretty dark and difficult to see, even during the daytime. So what I'm going to be doing is filling in this entire thing one level like this, at this level, so we still have the water above it, and it's all smooth still. I don't want any flowing currents. And this should make a mostly dry area. Since there were pools of water, there won't be completely dry, but I've got an idea that involves pouring lava over the water that does remain. And I'll be able to turn it into stone, mine it, and then pour lava on the next layer and slowly whittle that down till there's no more water in this lake whatsoever, except for the very top level. And then I'll have a completely dry workspace down there, which will be amazing, because this water takes so long to deal with. Like, this hole, I could probably have dug it out in a single day, but it's probably going to take... It took yesterday, it's probably going to take all day today and tomorrow to finish this. Just the hole, because it takes so long. You know, and there's not much I can do about that, because this thing's just so much underwater. Once I get the water out of the way, the digging should go much quicker. I have an efficiency 4 pick, by the way. That's why I've been able to get all this work done so fast. And since you can repair it, that helps too. But because it's taken so long, I've actually had a lot of time to think, which is pretty cool. So I still haven't figured out the name of the town yet. I might take some requests from some people. I don't know. I don't have a definitive idea of myself of what I want to call it. A possible candidate could be Rapture, you know, from BioShock. I thought at one point maybe I could call it Lake Hyleia, you know, from Legend of Zelda. And I don't know. One of those might be it. I might get something else entirely different. I like Lake Hyleia. The only reason I wouldn't call it that is because the town's going to be mostly underwater. And Lake Hyleia is usually about stuff on top of water. Although, I don't know, sometimes there is stuff underwater, so it might be a good name. I don't know, I'll ask about that. But, regardless, so I still haven't come up with a name yet. But what I have come up with is, the town building style. What I want it to be is, I kind of want it, in this way, I want it to be a little bit like Rapture. What I was going to do was, I was going to figure out, let's do that right now. How deep does this water go? Let's get rid of that stupid graph. There we go. Okay, so the top layer is at level 63, I believe. and I want to figure out how deep it gets at the deepest level, which I believe the deepest was over here. Okay, so we're at 52, so we are 10 levels under the water, 10 layers under the water, which is a bit of a problem. I was hoping it'd be deeper. I might hollow this thing out. I want it to be about 20 blocks, the bottom to be 20 blocks under the surface, which is quite deep. But the reason I want it to be that deep is because I want people to build into the water. Like, the primary building material will be glass, or at least that's what I want people's outer layers to be, because I want people to be able to see in your house. Which, I don't know, that it might be a little creepy sounding, but it's actually not. I want people to be able to see into your house. Hold on. Hello. And the outer section will be glass so you can see in. I don't mind what people build the inner section out of. I think I'm going to suggest stone bricks, but that's just a suggestion. It's not necessary. I might tell them no cobblestone. Cobblestone's ugly. I'll think that over. But the idea is that they can build. If I could get this down 20 levels under the water, the bottom of this, under the surface of the water, they are allowed to build 10 blocks up, because I want the, I don't want anything touching the surface except for maybe a few key things. And, they can build, so their structures will be under the water 10 blocks, so it'll sort of be pretty deep down there. And, but they can build down as much as they want. They, will probably have restricted plots, since we are limited in underwater space. We have a lot of space, but I have a feeling that town buildings are going to take up a good bit of that. And the residential area might be a bit small. I'm not sure. But they'll have required plots, but they're allowed to go down and up down as much as they want, down to all the way to bedrock, and up to 10 blocks below the water surface. The outer thing will have to be made out of glass, but they can build the inside out of more or less what they want. Let's see, what else did I have? I was thinking maybe there could also be housing on the surface. There could be like lakefront property, kind of, where people build their houses right against the edge of the water. And that was an idea that I came up with. And I'm not totally sure about that, but that might be a possibility. If I don't go with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask if, for the town wall, because you usually need a town wall, I'm going to ask if my 10 layer thick of water would be sufficient for a wall or a separation between this and the outside world. Which, I have a strong feeling that it probably will be, but it might not. And then my second thing that I want to ask about is if my town can be both below and above water like that. And I'm pretty sure that they'd have no problem with that. So that's good. Let's see, need a bunch more dirt. Come on, give me the dirt. All these chests are just full of materials that I've unearthed from digging all this out. Oh, by the way, I also wanted to add, all that sand that I've gotten there will be perfect. Because people have to build their things out of glass, I don't want to put too much of a tax on them of them having to find their own glass, since I've got tons of sand of my own. So, whenever someone gets a house, I may give them 1 or 2 stacks of glass, probably 2, to build with, and if they need more, they could come get more from me. I won't leave it in a chest, because someone will just come and pick it all up and steal it. But if someone requests it who lives in the town, then I'll probably give them some. Because if one of the requirements is to build out of glass, and on this server, from what I can tell, even though glass is commonly used, it's not usually readily available. You usually have to go find... Doggies, how did you get here? Did someone unclick my dogs? That was weird. I don't even know how they got here. Anyway, oh, okay. Anyway, but I'm just filling in this level, and then I'll start digging it out. And, I guess I'll show you guys in a little bit later some more progress. Still coming along very slowly. Anyway, see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, Zero again. So I've gotten a lot more work done. This was probably in like a good 5-6 hours put into this. I mean, this thing's absolutely ridiculous. And I realize now that I've done this, I could have done this more efficiently now that I know how much work I had to put into it. I could have just covered the whole thing up like with blocks and dug it all out, and that would have been more efficient than trying to remove the water. But since I've already started this, it'll be less efficient if I try to do it a different way. And whoops. Yeah, let's get down here to my little underwater base. Oh yeah, I might add, I think MC went and advertised for the server because there's an awful lot of new people on, which normally isn't a problem, but goodness, some of them are annoying. Not all of them. Just the big deal for me is that is if it's like one new person, then that's cool because I can like work with them. Like I could try to help them out. If there's almost all these people are new people, I haven't seen most of these people, so probably a good 10 new people that are on right now, and there are another 10 that have been on and have left. And that gets a little annoying after a while. But anyway, back to what I was doing. So I believe on my last video, you sort of saw a little bit that had been hollowed out, but not much of it had been hollowed out. And here, let's pop ourselves out of here. Okay, so we still have the entire thing covered up. And as you can see, it's actually quite large, this whole thing. We'll have plenty of space for a town, I believe. And if for whatever reason we don't, I could, in theory, sort of widen out a side. I don't know if I will, but I could. Quiet, zombies. So, what I had to do is I had to remove the top layer of water underneath this dirt layer. And I did it bucket by bucket. I was going to use blocks, but that just, I don't know, the bucket seemed to be a slightly better idea. And now that I've finally got the entire top level removed, which if you cannot see, sorry, I know it is a bit dark, you'll be able to see in just a second. But what I've been doing is, I saw this YouTuber that, used this little trick to fill in an area really quickly instead of having to fill it in with a bunch of cobble. They filled it with water and then they covered it with lava to fill it with blocks, and that's a very efficient method of filling something up without having to use a lot of materials. And it goes relatively quickly. And so, whoops. And so, whoa. What I've been doing is dropping some lava in here and getting all these blocks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this entire top level that's water. I'm going to make it into blocks. And then I'm going to take all these blocks, mine them out, and do it for the next layer under it. And it'll be real easy in comparison to all this water swimming around I've been doing. So I'm happy. And so I thought it over for a little while, and since that only is 10 blocks deeper than the surface, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this whole thing. It's going to be a huge project, probably going to take me quite a while, a lot longer than I expected, but it's okay, it's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig this whole thing down. I'm going to dig that part down there that's only 10 blocks under the water. I'm going to dig it down another 10, and everything else is going to go down 20. About, so it'll all be about the same, but it'll be really deep down from the surface, and I think it'll look really cool. So that's how that's going to be working. But I would say it's really slow, and there are definitely better methods I could have done. But, I didn't do them, and it's too late to have done them now. So I'm just not going to worry about it. Oh, there we go. And I'll just have to go with this method for the moment being. These new guys, I think what MC did was I heard I haven't actually checked it out, but he did recently. He just posted a challenge Minecraft thing, and it was up, and I believe he put out the server IP and probably, told the people, that it was fun and they could come join. And then we probably just got a bunch of new joiners from that, which isn't bad. Just, it's a little taxing when 20 people ask you where to get food at, and I keep telling them they can use the welcome kit, that'll give you some food. They can use the melon kit, that'll also give you food. It's a little annoying after a while. And then you'll see every couple minutes that somebody will die because they don't have the proper equipment set up, but there's so many of them that it's not just happening every once in a while. It's happening like every 3 minutes or so. So that's that. Whoa, lava. This is going a lot faster. I remember doing that water. I literally spent it's 7 o'clock now. I just finished it about half an hour ago. Or, actually it's 7:30. I finished it about half an hour ago. And, probably for a good 4 hours, because I think I started at, 5. Like, I started at 2. And I've been working on this all night, all afternoon. So, I've been busy with this all day. But it is coming along, and I'm really, really sure that this is going to look good. And I guess, I don't really have much of a picture of what it looked like before. You guys saw at the beginning of the video what it looked like before. But afterwards, you'll see that it looks pretty nice. So anyway, I'll drop you off here, and I'll get to you once I've finally got all this water out. Alright, see you guys in a second. Okay, hey guys, back again. And, I got a little more of it done. As you can see, I have now... Oh, I'm out of torches. They kept getting burned up in the lava, but, now I've completely covered the room with, stone, and there's water all underneath it, of course. But, I got 2 of these, and I just kept placing them on the water, and now that we shaved down this top layer, it should be easier because I can move around more freely, because I can't get over these stone, but once I remove them, and then I go and start putting lava on these, I can actually walk on top of this now, and I can walk around stuff, so it'll be a lot simpler once I get this done. Just tiny update. Anyway, that's it. See you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, Zero here again. Thought I'd show you, I'm not done yet, but I thought I'd show you a little bit of what's going on, and hopefully they didn't all despawn. Yep. So, I guess some of them did, but basically what I've been having to deal with is, since I'm lowering the floor, I can't keep lighting up the place, or at least I thought I wouldn't be able to. It wouldn't be any good. But the problem with not lighting it up at all is this area turns into a huge mob grinder. Like, you just saw some spawn right here, I believe. And, it turns into the world's most terrible mob grinder. To the point that I've actually had to make 3 trips out of here to go get armor repaired. It's really bad. Like, my armor, I repaired it not too long ago. It's just constantly taking hits. That's the problem. And I figured I wouldn't light up the place since it's going to keep getting beat down, but I realized that's the only way I'm going to be able to get any work done in here, because otherwise, before I logged out, I couldn't really get the recording started while I was being attacked by mobs, so I had to log out. But I can't build this if I'm being attacked by 50 mobs at a time, and it got to the point where I could hold them off, but At nighttime, I can hold them off when there's only maybe 10 or 20 at a time. But during the daytime, when this is the only real good place they can spawn, they spawn in here like no one's business. And if I'm going to dig down here, I need some light. And so what I'm going to be doing is planting down a bunch of torches. And you can just see a little bit of what I've been experiencing so far here. I'm going to be planting down a bunch of torches to help control the mob population. I know there's spots between the torches that they can spawn, but it'll definitely slow them down to a degree that they can be dealt with. And then, leave me alone. It'll slow them down to a degree that they can be dealt with, and, yeah, we can deal with them accordingly. Because there was just too many of them. But, I've got all the water out of here, and I've just been pouring lava. That level I showed you was a lot more difficult to do because there was a ton of water all over the thing. But this level, there's only three large pools, but not water connecting all of them. So this is working out a lot better. So I guess I could add that. But what I'll do is I'll just break the floor and the torches with it, and I'll pick all the ones up I can. I'll probably miss some of them. And then I'll, after picking up all the torches, the ones that I ended up missing, I'll obviously need to replace. And I'll just keep making them. I'm expecting to lose a couple stacks of torches, which, since I don't need the coal to fuel my furnaces anymore, isn't that big of a deal, honestly. So I'll have to make some more return trips home and grab more supplies, repair my tools. Definitely this pickaxe. I might, if I get annoyed, because this thing's going to take a long time, if I get annoyed, I might take a short break and go try to get a good enchant. I'm really hoping for maybe an efficiency 5 pick of some sort. Efficiency 4 is pretty quick, but efficiency 5 would be lightning. Against dirt, it's really good. Sand, it's really good. Stone, it does it really fast, but it could definitely go faster, and efficiency 5 would do just that. But that's about all I have to say. I hope this episode doesn't end up being too long. Anyway, see you guys in a sec. Hey guys, okay, I'm back again. As you can see, I've done a little bit more work. So this is our, these are our two main pools left. We have this big, large one where I have my storage house, which I don't know if I properly showed that off. So it's down here. I've got locks with some names on them. Mostly, they've all been just stuck with my name. Like this one's only got my name, and they've all just sort of been stuck with my name, unless I've had someone working with me, and at which case I'll add their name to it. But they're all just full of cobblestone. Like this one's cobblestone and stone. That one's more of my junk / extra room. We got dirt. We have sand, which sand's extremely important because since I'm going to be requiring these people to... Oh, that one's not mine. Since I'm going to be requiring these people to make like a glass outer part for their house, I'm going to supply them with 2 stacks of glass for free. If they want more than that, they can request it, and I can give them an additional stack, but that's it. But I won't advertise that out. Although I guess if I'm saying it now, I am advertising it out. So 3 stacks is all you get, people. I'm going to give you 2 up front. If you ask for more, I'll give you another one. Anyway, so this is our main pool, and this is our secondary. We had a third one over here. It was fairly shallow, and since then I've covered it up. All this dirt and sand is where it was, and I just finished getting it completely dug out, because I've just been pouring lava on top of the water and then digging out an entire level once the entire level's free of water. And right now we're sitting at about 5 levels under the water surface. I'm aiming for 30, which is going to be a bit of a monumental task, but once all this water's out of the way, because it only goes down about 10 blocks, digging should proceed at a slightly quicker rate, and this is going to be a long project to get it down to that depth. So I figure maybe I'll call this Making a Town in Eldercraft, or not Eldercraft, gosh, that's my town name. Making a new town, and I still don't know what I'm going to name it. I still have to think about that, but I'll title it Making a New Town, and part 1 maybe. And part 2 will come as soon as I finish it up. I've been working on this thing for a couple days now, just to get it this far, and the first days were really slow. Today's picked up a bit, but we still got quite a bit of work to do. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, the bits I showed of it, and the fast-forwarded section, all of it. Anyway, so, yeah, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye!